Final CompuBox numbers will reflect Mayweather's dominance, landing 106 punches more, throwing 25 more than doubling Shane Mosley's connect percentage. Another technical mismatch. Who knew? Total power punches, Mayweather landing 77 more, throwing 108 more, and nearly doubling Mosley's connect percentage. Punch Zone will show you Floyd Mayweather's unusual mixture as he lands only 17 body shots. Very careful about selecting those body shots. He never wants to put himself in the position of being countered by something upstairs. He throws most of his punches at the head. The left hook, 39 times. The right cross, 152 times. It's an amazing rate of accuracy. And Larry Merchant stands by with the winner.
Thank you very much, Jim. Congratulations, Floyd. Why did you turn yourself from a defensive wizard into an offensive force tonight?
Well, I wanted to give the fans, what they wanted to see. They wanted to see a toe-to-toe battle. Fans didn't want to see me moving. Fans wanted to see me coming forward. So, that's what we did tonight. But first, I must thank God, because without God, this victory wouldn't be possible.
What did you see in Shane Mosley that made you think you could fight that fight?
Just going over the game plan with my dad. My dad and my Uncle Roger was at home, watching videotapes of Shane Mosley. I don't watch tapes of no opponent that I face. So my ultimate goal was to, box early, then start pressing the attack later on in the fight.
What especially do you think you could exploit in his armor?
I think that we should have pressed the attack a lot earlier, and then we could have got the knockout. But Shane Mosley is a tough customer, and he's one hell of a fighter. What else can I say?
He appeared to, if not hurt you, stun you a bit in the second round. Were you?
Well, that comes with the territory in boxing. Only the strong survive. Of course, this is a contact sport. Sometimes you're going to get hit with big shots. You must suck it up and keep fighting hard like a warrior.
Do you feel any different in fighting this type of fight than your normal?
Well, I'm happy that me and Shane had a chance to fight. It's a part of history. He's a future Hall of Famer. I'm a future Hall of Famer. And, we had to give the fans all over the world this fight. They deserve it.
It was a pretty one-sided fight, so let's go to the next business at hand. Do you believe that you can find a compromise to make a deal to fight the fight everyone wants to see with Manny Pacquiao?
If Manny Pacquiao wants to fight, it's not hard to find me. We was gonna make this fight happen a couple months back. We weren't able to make the fight happen, so we move on.
Well, is the issue of the blood testing such a strong issue in your mind that if he doesn't bend to your will as Shane Mosley did, does that mean that there's no other way to make the fight?
I take my hat off to Mosley. Mosley was a warrior because, Mosley had problems in the past, but he's a strong man. He done what I asked him to do. He took the blood and the urine test. All I want to do is be on even playing field. So if every athlete in the sport of boxing is clean, take the test. I'm willing to take the test.
It's Pacquiao's position that he will do whatever the commission says. The commission has indicated that they might be flexible and maybe in changing some of their rules, but not necessarily all the way that you want. Does that mean essentially that you're going to be at loggerheads and that the fight can't be made?
Like I said before, if Manny Pacquiao take the blood and the urine test, we can make the fight happen for all the fans.
And if he doesn't?
We don't got no fight.
Are you satisfied that finally you fought one of the toughest guys out there? Since you fought De La Hoya, you had fought two smaller fighters with big followings that made a lot of money, but you've been heavily criticized by me, among others, for not taking on the biggest and strongest guys. So how satisfying is it for you now after this kind of win?
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Only thing I want to do is continue to go out there and fight the best that they got out there. If it's Shane Mosley, I'll fight Mosley. If it's Pacquiao, then I'll fight Pacquiao. Only thing I'm saying is Floyd Mayweather want to fight these fighters on an even playing field. That's all I ask. I just want to be treated fair.
So you think that they're all taking performance-enhancing drugs?
I never said that. I said I want to be on an even playing field. That's all I ask.
Thank you. Congratulations on an outstanding fight.
You're a hell of a fighter.
Shane, he neutralized virtually everything you could do. Why?
You know, I think after when I caught him with the big right hand, I might have started loading up a little bit too much. I played to his hands, and I couldn't. I tried to bounce around, move around to knock it off from me, but I was just too tight. I started getting tight, and I couldn't throw a number of big shots. So,
Shane, you've been a professional fighter for 18 years. Why are you tight in a fight like this?
I think, like I said, when I hit him with the big right hand, I said, okay, I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna get that knockout sooner or later. And he started being able to avoid the punches.
All right, so, okay, after a few rounds, certainly you can see that you got to go to plan B.
Yeah, no.
Was he just too good? Did he just surprise you by standing at arm's length and challenging you and beating you to the punch?
No, he did surprise me. I kind of figured that he was going to try to do something like that if he can, once he tried to get my timing, but I just couldn't. I couldn't adjust, and he adjusted, and that's why he won the fight.
You virtually begged for this kind of fight. What are your feelings now after losing so decisively?
Well, I'm happy that I took the fight, and I'm happy that he gave me the fight. He gave me the opportunity. He showed that he's a true champion, and you know, now you guys can get a chance to see him and Manny. Well, if Manny takes the blood test, you can see him and Manny Pacquiao get it on.
Are we going to see you in the ring again in the boxing gear?
Well, you know, I have to go back home and check out the tape and see what happened, what was going on. But we'll see. You know, I'm just trying to take it slow, see what goes on, and I'll take it from there when I get home. I'll know.
Thank you. You've had a great career, Shane.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Jim?
Classy man. He's not going to like the tape. I'll tell you, Emmanuel, I'm beginning to wonder, as great as Pacquiao is, I'm not sure there's a logical formula for beating Floyd Mayweather. It's the natural tendency of everyone in the sport, including Mosley, including Pacquiao, to throw many more punches than Floyd does. And in doing so, they're going to create opportunities for him to counter. And he's so precise and so disciplined about limiting your opportunities by throwing as few punches as he does. Again, I'm not sure what the formula is to beat him.
Well, also when you take into consideration he surprised me tonight with his physical strength. He looked very physical tonight, very strong. And that's going to be a factor because he's a big guy. I hate to say that compared to the Tommy Hearns and the Lenderson, but for this era, he's a big guy, looked very strong, well coordinated. And Manny Pacquiao is fast, good, but still, he's still a small guy. And I think that Floyd would be able to control him, I think, because of the size and the skill that he has. The combination of both of them may be a little too much for Manny. Manny will fight his heart out, but if you're not hitting anything.
Is there any other logical fight for Mayweather besides Pacquiao? Is there anybody else that you can see?
No, I think he did tonight what was asked of him. The most logical guy for him to fight that I could think of would have been what he fought tonight. And that was a guy named Shane Mosley. Other than that, he'd probably have to go to maybe a Junior Miller or something up there. You got some of those guys up there. Maybe Martinez may go back to that, and you got Paul Williams or something like that. But right now, he did what was asked of him. He fought a welterweight, which was considered the best, I think, that was available. And he beat him very easily.
I give him credit for moving up to 147. I certainly don't see that there's any mandate for him to have to go to 154 to prove anything else at that point. Is there any other fight that interests you, Larry, besides Manny Pacquiao?
I haven't given it serious thought. I don't see anybody out there, but sometimes if a fighter performs as well as he did tonight, then the point becomes to watch him.
Yeah.
If he turns himself from an artful dodger into an artful warrior, then that's okay. Then a one-sided fight is all right. I used the term artful dodger earlier tonight. The Artful Dodger is a character created by Charles Dickens, and tonight the Artful Dodger beat the Dickens out of a happier warrior and answered a lot of the questions out there about him. You wonder why he hasn't fought the tougher challengers that he's bypassed over the last several years. But now that he has, whatever he wants to do next, he can do. But I think his position that he's got to have the kind of international drug testing, or else he won't fight Manny Pacquiao for $30 or $40 or $50 million, is is boggling. And I was wrong the first time. I didn't see any way the fight could be made, and I still think there's no way the fight can't be made.
Incidentally, I admire your courage in trying to get involved in the drug testing negotiation. You know, a lot of strong men have been turned weak by that so far, so we'll see where all that goes. The story remains Floyd Mayweather. 41 wins, no losses, and these are not close fights. These are not situations where his dominance is in some way being challenged. Thus, the enormous public desire to see Manny Pacquiao fight him, because frankly, there does not appear to be another ship on the horizon. For the moment, Floyd Mayweather is sailing free with only the Filipino frigate somewhere close to him. We'll see if it ever takes place.